Hey everybody, so today something very upsetting happened while I was driving to work, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I feel like it's a really, really important discussion. I was driving to work and I was listening to the radio, and they were doing their like celebrity gossip section thing, whatever, and they were talking about how Leslie Moonves, I think I said that name right, had to resign as CBS CEO, or was forced to resign as CBS CEO because of all of the allegations of the sexual misconduct coming out against him. And they were talking about how his wife, Julie Chen, had not showed up for her premiere of one of her shows, and she was taking time for herself. Which, fine, talk about it. That's great. Talking about it is good. However, the way in which the radio host talked about it, that was the problem. When he started this story, he started it with the statement, "Well, the Me Too movement strikes again." And I was like, what? Did he just say that? Is that what he meant? Like the movement was striking against the CEO? The movement was attacking him? That can't be how he actually said it. And I was like, optimistic that wasn't true. However, the way he ended the segment was, again restating, the Me Too movement's at it again. And he like scoffed. He scoffed. As if the Me Too movement was the problem. And the woman host on the show was kind of like, and then they cut to commercial break. And I probably turned beet red. I was pretty furious. I'm pissed. I wanted to tell you guys about it because it illustrates everything is wrong. It illustrates the need for the Me Too movement. Abuse against women has been normalized in society. It has been completely normalized to the point where this radio host is upset with the women for inconveniencing the CEO. Now, I don't care if the allegations against this particular man are true or not. There has been enough allegations in the Me Too movement that have been proved correct and true for him to not speak that way. I feel like a lot of the problem with why men and other women judge the Me Too movement or feel like this is inconveniencing men or abusers is because of a misunderstanding of what sexual trauma is and what sexual abuse does to a person. I am a victim of sexual abuse. I am a victim of spousal sexual abuse. My ex-husband sexually abused me. There's a lot of times people are like, oh, it traumatizes you. It like really, really affects you. But no one actually gets down to the nitty-gritty of saying what it actually does. Trauma is this broad word we've put over a lot of stuff, and yes, it's true, but it's a psychology term. It's not a people term. People don't really understand what trauma means. I'd be willing to bet every single person who's been sexually abused hates sex on some level. It takes away what was once so magical and so connective and shatters it. Can you imagine hating sex because someone else took it away from you? And it's so painful because you don't want to. You don't want to hate sex. Think about that. Can you think about someone taking away sex from you? Like taking away everything that you thought was supposed to be enjoyable. Just pulling it from your life completely. That's what it does. That is literally what it does. It makes you resent it and hate it and be afraid of it, and it's horrible. And no one ever says that. No one ever says sexual trauma makes you hate sex because it's scary. It's something you don't want to think about. Also, it makes you feel broken to say, it made me hate sex. On some level, it might not be the act of sex. It might be just the pressure around sex. It might be society and sex. It might be some other aspect of it. It's different for every person. But on some level, their abuser took that from them. It's not just trauma. It's fragmentation of your soul. And it's so extremely hard to get it back. I lost my train of thought. And the worst part of it is it's not just the hating sex, but it's the feeling like you're never going to be loved again because you do. Because you're not worthy of love, because you can't give your partner everything you think they want sexually. You can't explain it to people because a lot of times they don't understand. want you guys to understand. I want everybody to understand the depth that it actually hurts a person. The depth that it's painful to live every day like that. Every relationship that you have like that. And I just wanted to share that with you because it's so hard already for people to speak what has happened to them out loud. It's nearly impossible to say, this happened to me. And these women that are coming forward that are saying, this happened to me, are so brave because they're not just saying this happened to me. They're admitting they have all of the problems that go along with it. Thank you guys so much for listening and for allowing yourselves to be open to this different perspective, because I feel like it's so important to put this in words that people can actually understand. And I hope you share this with people so that everyone can understand what it actually means, how it actually feels. And for that radio host, if you're listening, I hope it actually hit your heart about what you said today. I genuinely care about all of you guys so much, and I just want to remind you, you exist on purpose. And I mean that, you really truly do. So thank you guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you are interested in watching more of me life. Thanks.